Mr. Speaker, we are at a seminal moment, I believe, in world history, comparable to times in the 20th century, like the Depression and World War II in the 1960s. The world is on fire with conflict, and democratic countries like Israel, Ukraine, and Armenia are under attack from terrorists and other authoritarian regimes who want to reshape the world order and take away basic freedoms and human rights. These authoritarian regimes, these attacks from terrorists, they're anti-Semitic. They involve hate crimes that are sadly on the rise for other ethnic groups as well. Terrorist groups like Hamas and bad actors like President Putin of Russia and Xi of China are spreading misinformation to create discord. We see the impacts of this propaganda here at home. Our actions today, therefore, will determine the future success of societies, free societies throughout the world. And that is why it's important for us to stand firm in our support of democracies around the world. We must stand against the attempts to undermine Israel's very existence. It's disturbing to see the chants from the river to the sea. This is a phrase used by Hamas in rallying cry of terrorists calling for the destruction of the Jewish state. It's anti-Semitic and it's hateful. Israel has the right to defend itself, an obligation to protect its citizens and secure its borders. Let us not forget that the families, the children, the elderly who were slaughtered on their homes a month ago by the terrorists who carried out a planned, coordinated attack on innocent Israeli civilians on October 7th. But we should also hold sorrow for the Palestinian people. Many of those who live in Gaza are equally victims of Hamas and their barbaric actions against humanity and using these Palestinians as human shields. Hamas, therefore, is responsible for this terror and their suffering. Congress must help the Palestinian people out of this horrific situation, starting with humanitarian aid. The Palestinians have a right to determine their own future. Congress also must send military and economic resources to Israel. It must work to expand and strengthen the Abraham Accords, which are critical. We cannot allow Iran and its proxy terrorist groups like Hamas and Hezbollah to disrupt the accomplishments of this diploma. Let's understand what's at stake here. Iran wants to have hegemony over the entire Middle East, and we must be mindful of that with their alliances with Russia and China. Congress must also send additional aid to Ukraine. These Ukrainians, these brave people, are defending their sovereignty. We must give them everything they need to win their fight for freedom and defeat Putin, who I believe is a war criminal by the actions he's carried out in the last 18, 19 months. Russia today really is a syndicate masquerading as a country, and its mob boss is Putin. So for some of my Republican colleagues who are having second thoughts on funding additional support for Ukraine, I would remind you of President Reagan and Senator John McCain, who always recognized the threats of Russia's communism to our democracy. Because I believe in Putin's heart, he is still a communist. So it's important that we have this bipartisan package to support the President's proposal and the supplemental package that will provide funding for the next year for Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, with additional border security and humanitarian assistance, which could also benefit Armenia and over 120,000 Armenians who have been displaced from their historic homeland as a result of Azerbaijan. These are all critical issues in the foreign affairs of America and the world's security if we are to remain the beacon of light in the world. These are critical times, to be sure, and therefore America must be together with our allies in Europe. We cannot lose sight of what's at stake if we do not stop these threats against freedom, whether it's in the Middle East, whether it's in Asia, or elsewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues in the House of Representatives, this is the test of our time. It's the test of our generation. And historians will look back 10, 20 years from now, and they'll determine, did we make more good decisions than poor decisions in standing up for human rights and the freedoms we cherish? I pray that we make more good decisions than poor decisions, and that America remain united and the beacon of light for democracy around the world. I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman's time has expired. The chair